I remember my sister Mary would get beat by her husband, who was the deacon in the church. And the whole church knew, but no one would say anything. But I remember so clearly, she was in the kitchen, washing dishes, and she would encourage herself quietly because she didn't want to start anything. She'd say, "Love, little me." Cause all he seems to do is hurt me. If you know someone dealing with this, pull out your phone and text them, "I love you." Hurt me. Even if you got this song on repeat. When he would leave the house, she would say, "Lord, all he seems to do is hurt me. Hurt me. Hate me. But you really love me. Of course I do, yeah. When you ball it up inside, it creates tornadoes in your tummy. Energy sparks emotions, molded by lots of pressure. Yeah. Hatred is a small gesture. Yes, sir. See, nauseous over this nonsense. Friends should just be friends, but it's hard to tell your conscience. Paralyzed by the pain, so moving on is just a concept. Imperfected, my perfection. I'm only half of what you want. Half of what you need, baby. Means all he seems to do is hurt me. Oh Lord, hurt me. He keeps on hurting me. See, growing up in the hood, when you got to liking girls, you had to have a lot of them. That was the cool factor. And it might still be, you know. We rappers and hip-hops gotta change the cool factor. We gotta start loving on our loved ones. Never hit a woman and I never will. But mentally I've done the same damage. And I just wanna say I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We never know what we're doing. I need a real Christian Sunday kind of guy. One that crosses his fingers when he lies. Crosses hard, hopes to die. Crosses T's, dots his eye. Crosses ties when he crosses things. Crossing over, pledging, beta 5. You need a good guy. And I'm just too close. I have singing rapper.
Man, my peeps, man, Suave, welcome back, nephew, welcome back.
Hey, appreciate it, man. It's good to be in the bed.
I haven't seen you in forever.
Oh no, it feel like almost a year, huh? It was last year. Last time y'all seen me.
Yeah.
I know. Arbor, will you go ahead and introduce her?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Go ahead.
Just so you know, we don't own the rights to the music that we play on here, but that intro song was Sir the Baptist and Brandy called Deliver Me, which is going to lead into our topic today. But in the meantime, we've got Thomas as our hostess with the mostest, Suave, which is his number 2. Me and Bev are just here to look good for y'all. I'm just waiting to get my butt like hers. I need it bubbled. Come on, show us. Oh, look, put an arch in it, girl.
Fuck it up, man.
By the way, I got in trouble today for exposing my booty. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Roshan and put an even bigger picture of this ass on it so that everybody can see the work I'm putting in. God damn it, I'm doing too much for it to be covered up. Fuck y'all.
I love it.
Arbor, where are we streaming at now? Can you let the viewers know where we're streaming at?
We're obviously streaming on Facebook, so I know we're on Thomas's page. However, we are on the ACS LoveRemix page. If you haven't liked it and follow us there, you're going to end up missing some shit because we're going to stop posting on Thomas's page. So be sure and like it, tell your friends to like it, share it. And we're also on YouTube. We have our own YouTube channel. So be sure to go to YouTube and look up ACS LoveRemix.
A.S.C.
There we go. My dyslexia kicked in for a minute. I need a nap.
And Arbor, let them know to email us, please.
You know, you saying it out loud, they can hear you, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you do know what we want them to email us. We want y'all to email us any kind of stories about relationships that you've been through, any topics that y'all want to hear us to bring up. We're definitely open to bringing them up. Today's topic actually was introduced by one of our friends by the name of T. So T, thank you for today's topic. Again, we hope that it opens some eyes on both sides, because this is a very touchy subject. If y'all all know, before we even start, we dropped the 1-800 National Sexual Assault Hotline number in the comments for anybody out there that's dealing with any kind of sexual assault or going through any kind of sexual assault or what you might be going through. Today's show, man, as we get started, is about unwanted sex in a relationship and how close we border rape, and is no a solution. So, as we get started today, I'm going to start out with Arbor.
What I do?
I need you to I'm gonna be honest, because let me just start like this. When this topic was brought up, I feel like it was touchy, but as a man, we only know verbal when it comes sexually. I mean, you verbally have to tell us no. We can read some body language if you're pushing us away. If you push me away, I'm not gonna try to do anything with you. But if you don't verbally tell me no, I don't see it not being rape. I know my ladies might see it differently, but please open our eyes to it. Arbor, you said before we came on, you told me it's not just no. So please enlighten.
It's not just no, at least not for me. And a majority of the ladies that I've dealt with, even though we're in a relationship or even though we're married, it doesn't give you explicit right to do what you wish with our bodies. It's still ours. And if we're not a willing participant, whether it's, us sluggishly pushing you away because we're asleep and we really want to stay asleep and you're trying to poke at it, or we hit you and say no. And that's a part of knowing your partner. That's part of being considerate to your partner. But some guys don't care. Even no doesn't stop them. They feel like they have that right because they're in a relationship.
Suave?
Yeah,
How do you feel about it?
1,000% with Arbor on that, man. I always know, just because we're in a relationship doesn't mean that you got complete and total access to that individual's body. In a perfect world, in a perfect relationship, should that always be the case? Absolutely. But we are human. There is a lot of gray area, and everything's not always black and white. But if there is a no or the body language is signaling you to know, then you shouldn't be doing it, regardless of what the status or title on your situation is.
Okay, I could definitely dig that. Arbor, can you please read Miss Sarah's comment?
Sierra said there's a difference between taking it from your mate and taking it from your mate. And what she's saying there, in my opinion, is Somebody needs to mute because it's loud. Their background is loud. There's,
Swab,
we always say take that. If it's yours, take it. Da 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 da. We always say that jokingly and teasingly in sex and all that, and that's great. Daddy, it's yours. Take it. But that's when it's consensual. There's a difference between taking it when it's consensual and taking it when you know she don't want to be with you.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Miss Arbor, have you ever dealt with that personally?
I have. Unfortunately, I have.
How do you feel as a woman in that situation? Because I mean, I don't know if I've ever put a woman in that situation. I mean, I feel like I read body language pretty well. If she don't feel like it, I'm cool with it. I mean, it ain't no big deal. I mean, but a lot of men, they don't want to hear it. No, they want sex when they want sex.
Mm-hmm. The unfortunate part in my situation was it's happened twice, and the first time it was I really couldn't say no. It wasn't a choice because there was going to be a worse consequence for saying no. So even though I didn't want it, you had to kind of let it happen for your safety.
Miss Monique got a comment, Miss Arbor.
Monique says, what if I'm hesitant and don't really say no, but I'm not expressing that I'm into it either?
Then that means that's no. That's not, to me, I want you to be into it.
If you're what are you hesitant about?
That's not rape. If I'm just not into it, that's not rape. If I say no, stop, please, no, that's rape.
No,
see, that's what I was saying. That's how I was saying it too, Miss Beverly. I feel like you have to give me that definition and definitely let me know that you don't want it right now.
That's for the people who are willing to accept it, but you have to understand that there's some people that are not going to accept it. If I said no, he was going to fucking punch my face in. There was no in that moment. So I didn't want it, but I couldn't say no because it was the lesser of two evils.
Miss Arbor, read the comments. I got 2 more comments for you to catch up on right here.
Tony says, I've experienced it as well. Arbor, yes, ma'am. I feel you. I was in a situation where he confused my no with sarcasm. Ooh.
Okay. Well, Rock, we're talking about unwanted sex in a relationship, and is no a solution? So, how do you feel about that? I mean, how do you feel about a woman, or maybe even if you don't want to do it? I mean, how do you feel about that period? Feeling like you're forced to do it, or being forced to do it? You're on mute.
No mean no. Everybody can say no every now and then, right?
Yeah.
But do you ever feel like you put a woman in a position like she feel like she had to have sex with you?
Yeah, no, because I go get it.
Yeah, that's true. Patrick said no means bye. Exactly, no means bye. That means we can get the fuck up out of here and move around.
Real talk.
Miss Arbor, read Miss Monique comment right quick.
Monique says, hesitant meaning I may be attracted to him, but I don't really want sex at the time. Like, I get that concept. However, in that situation, you have to be clear about it of, I like you, but not right now. You can't be half-ass naked and grinding and then go, maybe? Like, that's confusing as shit. And you got too much testosterone going and all that. Now, I'm not blaming anybody as a saying that you caused somebody to rape you. That's not what I'm saying, but you do need to be clear about it if you can.
Okay. Miss Beverly, you down there in the corner.
Even with that, a chick can be butt naked and still say no. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People can be coerced into doing more than what they're comfortable with because they like you, or you might be holding something over them that they don't want to lose. You know what I mean? So it's more than just a simply don't be half naked and all that. Like, I mean, because you can get right up to it. It's been chicks that I've been about to have sex with. We got right up to it, and they said, no, man, that was the end of it. Hey, I moved to my separate corner, man. I'm going to my neutral corner, and we can't have no more physical contact because I'm not finna have that on my record.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
for real.
kind of so I can be clear about what I was saying too. Now, when I say I go get it, that don't mean like if I'm in a relationship. If I'm in a relationship with you and you tell me no, then you just said no. You may not feel like, and then that has to be understood because there's gonna be some days when I tell your ass no too. But if it's like a constant no, if it's like a on the regular no, we might have some problems. We need to have a discussion. Because
Miss Arbor, can you read? That's a very good question T just asked.
T says, is it ever too late to change your mind? Absolutely not.
it's fucked
Never.
up.
No,
It's fucked
I
up,
mean, as
but it's
far
not
as
too
what?
That's
late.
where I was
It's
going.
fuck, yeah,
That's where I'm going. Literally. Like
I
if
mean,
I
it's
go
never.
into it and I'm ready to have sex with him, then he pulls his drawers down and his bumps all over his dick. No. If he pull his drawers down and it smell like fish, no. I'm getting out of there. I have the right to fucking change my mind. If it's little and it's swollen, I have the right to say
Time
no.
out, Miss Beverly. If he pull it,
Listen,
if he pull his pants down and it smell like fish, we got some problems anyway. I mean,
he
I'm
do.
just gonna tell
He
you,
got some
if he pull
problems,
his
and
shit,
I don't want to
We
fuck
got
her.
some
I don't want
major
to fuck her.
problems.
So I'm here to
oh
tell
my
you, like all them superstars, when these women be saying he raped me, but you went to the hotel because she was gonna fuck. But something happened in that room when she said, "No, nigga, I'm not gonna fuck you no more." Something happened. That shit got cottage cheese on that motherfucker. I'm not gonna fuck that even with a condom. I have the right to say no.
well, Miss Beverly, I don't think we was talking about if they had cottage cheese on their dick. I think we was just talking about
It
like
don't
if you
matter.
was what I think
We're
they was
talking
talking
about
about
being in
was
the
like
act of it. We're talking about being in the act of it and her changing her mind. There has to be
what,
she has the right to change her mind even if she
Beverly,
was finna fuck.
Beverly, if you was in the act of eating that cottage cheese, then you might as well finish eating that cottage cheese. But goddamn it,
No, it
if you
was
looked at that cottage cheese, you stopped right there. You wasn't in the act of shit no more. You left the room. Party over. You hear
no.
what I'm
That's what I'm
saying?
saying. Like if she came to the house with the anticipation to fuck, then she came in the house naked, butt naked. He took his clothes off, and something happened when he took his clothes off that made her say, "I don't want to do it no more." She still has a right to not do it.
Yeah. Well, you're right. I totally
Real talk.
agree. I mean, there's never a time, but us as guys, we say like no disrespect, like we get done eating your pussy, and you be like, nah, I don't want to fuck now.
oh, you gotta pay
Look
me.
at
Well,
my
you got
face.
swindled. You
See?
should have not
You
heard
gotta
of
pay
that
me.
anyway.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
No, no,
Y'all screw us
You got
over.
swindled. You better turn your swindle on.
you gotta pay me. If I eat your pussy, you tell me you good, you gotta pay me. You gonna treat me
Yeah,
like no.
I've never experienced that. I
No,
never experienced that. It didn't even sound right when it came out my mouth. But you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is.
if,
Arbor,
if,
what did she
if,
say right here?
if you eat it
She
right.
asked, is it rape if it's a significant other or just unwanted sex? By definition, isn't unwanted sex rape?
Yep.
But I want you to be clear though. You can't be one to give your partner. You can't be one to give it to your partner all the time. I need to understand what y'all mean by rape. Is this a constant thing? I mean, do you feel like this on a regular basis? I mean, or is it just a one-time thing? Or is it, if you feel like this on a regular basis, then there's really some underlying issues that we got to get on up even deeper than this. Like
Well,
I said,
Let me
I
just
guess the
remind
definition.
is no gonna fix the problem. No is not gonna fix the
let
problem.
me let's just remind everybody, none of us up here have PhDs. None of us are attorneys or we ain't doctors. But my opinion is, if I'm with my dude, me and Rock Daddy together, and I'm mad, I don't feel good, but I don't want that nigga to cheat on me. I'm still gonna fuck him. I may not be into it like I used to be, like I want it. I don't want it, but I need to make sure I take care of my man. There's a difference. That's a difference in being raped.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely
Okay.
agree with that one.
So I haven't asked Ava. Ava, you chimed in and we done let you be over in the corner long enough. How do you feel about this topic, unwanted sex, and how close we border rape? And is no a solution?
Man, I mean, rape borderlines on a lot of things, especially with young women at that. Because young women are, at this generation is so damn easily influenced to where they don't know the difference between saying no and I don't want to, or okay, I like him hella good, but I want to fuck, but then I don't want to fuck. But I know if I don't, he'll get it from somewhere else. So young women these days don't really know the difference on when it comes to being fucking raped and just consensual sex. But then you got some of these dumbass little hoes that'll sit there and have consensual sex, then get mad at the nigga and tell him it's called rape. That's that shit I don't like. But hey, it happens. It goes on. It happens.
So here we go. What did she say, Miss Arbor, Miss Christie?
Spouse or not, if it's forced, it's rape.
Yes, it is. I mean, you can't. Your husband is able to rape you. I need y'all women to know that your husband is able to rape you. It is rape with your husband. It is rape with your wife. Men, it goes for you too. You can be raped.
Yeah.
Don't be like that.
It's true.
Miss Arbor, read Miss Monique comment right quick.
Monique says, what about
And
if you're in the middle of having sex and she tells him to stop? If he doesn't, then does that become rape or just unwanted sex? Again, we're back.
After she say no, it's rape.
Here's I'm lost with this verbiage. Unwanted sex is rape.
But
if you're not in the mood, but you give it up anyway, that's I'm not in the mood.
That's dangerous.
How is that dangerous? Let's be definite.
Because what she said was if you're in the middle of sex, so he's in the person.
I'm not talking about that part. I'm not talking about that part. I'm talking about the difference between unwanted sex and rape, because she asked that in a different question earlier. And I want to be clear. If you don't want the sex and you are made to do it anyway, that is rape. It's not unwanted sex versus rape. It's the same fucking thing.
Yes, Rock. Now, in the middle of them having sex, he did something to where she said no. So it became right then.
Hold on. But see, that's what I kind of feel like it's some bullshit, because if the nigga's inside of you and you up against he inside of you and you all of a sudden screaming rape, you didn't even give a nigga a chance. Like, what the fuck? Like that's what I don't like you, mother. It's too much. You gotta sign papers to have sex with me. I gotta know you good, we good, because that's some bullshit. I don't want you to change your mind because you having sex and then something happens, and then you say no, stop, and I'm inside of you, and you don't give me time to pull out.
It doesn't matter. I mean, she's got to give you. You got to pull out when they say no.
Hold on, Rock, move your phone. You keep going muffled. It keeps sounding a little muffled on your end. But it keep going in and out though. But you're good. Unwanted sex, and it is. I was reading that comment. I apologize. Unwanted sex and its force is rape. Go ahead, Suave.
Oh, okay, I'll make sure I'm going on you. But yeah, right, that, bro. I mean, that happens all the time, man. I even had a situation where I was actually having sex with a married woman and just got started, and then after we got started, she started to regret it and was thinking about her husband. Like, and she said stop, and we had to stop. Like, and that was just the end of it.
I get it. If that's the end of it, Suave, I understand. But just say like you into it and you going right. Look, okay.
Well, I mean, that wasn't the end of it. It was the end of it that day. You feel me? Now she definitely spun the back and wanted to get that big slap, but you know what I mean, that day that was the end of it. Like, regardless of how far we had gotten into it, which was kind of far, but shit, once motherfuckers say no, don't mean no. Everything always by choice, never by force. You feel me?
But what I'm saying is, if y'all is fucking and she say no and you stop, ain't nothing rape about that. You stop, but if you fucking, you stroking, and she no. First of all, no what? Because sometimes people like to say no, like because they into that type of shit. Like, you don't know what the fuck. I need you to be clear. Like, I want you to stop because I'm already inside of you and I'm going and we going.
That's exactly.
So
now I do agree with that. You need to tell me you want me to stop.
I need to know what you mean no, because like sometimes they motherfuckers be playing. That's their little thing. That's their little freaky shit. They be know. Like I had motherfuckers used to like me to fucking wrestle with her girls, like fight her clothes off and shit. I'm not into that.
Sierra asked a good question right here.
What if men say no? Is there a double standard?
Yeah.
No, there's no double standard. That's what I
Yeah,
said. Men can get raped
there's
too.
double standards. Men get raped on a regular basis, nigga. You say no
And
to
men
a woman and
got
watch how
so
fast she try
much.
to knock your head out your
Men
soul.
got so much motherfucking me pride to where they cannot yell rape. Like, I don't understand that. If I touch you in a place you don't want to be touched, or if I'm doing shit to you that you don't want me to do, tell me to fucking stop. Like, men be men and be like, what the fuck you stop for?
I'm a stranger
Well,
that you're not my dad.
Miss Arbor Reed T's coming.
He says the question to ask ourselves, are we checking in with our partners to make sure we're both on the same page?
I do that. I ask them, are they okay? You good? I be asking. I talk to them. I'm asking, are we good? Especially if it's the first time we fucking shit. I'm scared of y'all women because shit, y'all can fuck a motherfucker life. Not y'all, because I ain't no rapist, so I'm gonna say y'all. But it's never a woman's fault if something like that happens. But I know some women who are trifling as fuck, right? So I'm one of them. I'm gonna question everything. I don't trust this shit because your life can end that fast dealing with a woman. So yeah.
I totally agree with that. Everybody, if you're watching the podcast, please share it. Go out and share it to as many people as you can share it with. Again, go to our ASC page and like it and follow us, please. We're also on YouTube. We're gonna get there's some more underlying things that I wanted to look up inside here. I definitely was not trying to push Christian question back up there again. I'm sorry. There's a lot of comments just came in. All right, we caught up. I looked up because most of the times I definitely looked up this. Men are not reporting it, and we just don't claim it like women do. So it's more on the woman's side. So all right, Abe.
Okay, he disappeared.
Nobody really take men serious when it comes to that.
Okay, so what would you consider rape of a man?
Sorry about that, guy.
But
like, give us some definitions so that we're understanding where you're coming from. Because, like I said, for women, it's unwanted. If we okay, so you just roll over and she's feeling on you, and you say no, you want her to stop, or is that what you're saying? Okay.
She forced herself on you, force her mouth on you, force a kitty cat on you. All that is rape.
You smiling too hard. Like, is it really?
No, it is. I'm smiling because, like, no, it sounds funny saying it, right? But don't nobody take no man. Women do, man, shit, hell yeah.
I know it happens. I mean, I know it happens, especially if it's an overly aggressive female who has an agenda, or the age difference or stuff like that. So I know men get raped, but they're not very vocal about it. They're not okay with saying and sticking to, no, I don't want to do this.
Well, because we're not taught any better anyway.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because that's what we looked up, because Arbor said that. She said that's what she's feeling. And these are 7 hard truths that I found out about women when it comes to this, about when it comes to rape inside of a relationship, inside of a marriage, inside dating. And here's one of the hard truths. Sex is the last thing on her mind. So Arbor, was that the case with you? Sex was the last thing on your mind?
In my situation, yeah, but there was reasons for that. There was other issues outside of the bedroom that didn't get me ready for sex inside of the bedroom.
Okay.
Was it another man?
No,
I'm just messing with you.
and he disappears. I need number 2. But yeah, usually for women, sex is mental. So if you haven't started mentally foreplay, all of that stuff beforehand, she might not be in the mood. But the same thing is if there's a negative pattern going on, if she's stressed out, if y'all have been fighting really bad, there's different things that can put her not in the mood, and then you try and go and push up on her. You can't expect her to always be willing at that time. So that takes some discernment on the male side to pay attention to what's going on with your spouse.
Yeah, that's that. But some women like
Barbara,
to argue.
Patrick said, why didn't you leave him?
That's
Because I couldn't get out that easily. It took me
Rape
years.
is about control. Monique said rape is about control. He said, if you weren't happy, why stay? She said she couldn't get out. So it sounds like more she was in an abusive situation.
It's easy to ask those type of questions, man. Like, come on, it's easy to ask those type of questions, and honestly, like, I really believe, like, them ain't really fair questions to ask somebody who was abused. That's just my opinion. Like,
it's
try to
really not.
understand, but don't ask a question like when you're like making it like them at fault, because there's always circumstances to people's situations, right? Like, it ain't always like, it ain't as easy as why did you stay, or why you couldn't, why you didn't do, that's not, those are not fair questions to ask any kind of abuse victim. Just my
Pat,
opinion.
Go over to
let
my
me say this. Let me
Hang
say
on.
this, because Pat's my brother. He put 911 in it. Pat, we done lived a lot, and we done seen a lot. With that being said, you know what love look like. Some love look a little different for other people. When you're in love with somebody, a lot of times these women are in situations where they're in a relationship with narcissists that like to control situations. They like to be controlled mentally, physically, and physically. So I mean, when I say they get in those situations, I mean, it's easy for us to say they can call 911 or they can call a family member, but it's not so easy when they're taking that ass whooping.
Right. I did a show specifically about this last year on Spiritually Ratchet, where I had brought in several different women in different stages of what they dealt with abuse-wise. And that was one of the things that we talked about, was not judging why they didn't leave, because it's not always easy to leave. What if she doesn't have any resources? Because a lot of them keep their women isolated from family, don't allow them to talk or to communicate. They keep them at home so they're not working, so they don't have money. There's several different reasons. And 911 is great if you live within walking distance from a police station, because that motherfucker got to get to you before he does. And that don't work. And if they don't arrest him for any reason, you got to deal with the aftermath. And that was the deal. At certain points, I did call 911, but there were also certain points where I knew it was going to be more dangerous to call 911 than to take the ass whooping that was about to be handed at me that moment.
Monique got a question. Monique got a good one.
She said, if he always finishes before she can orgasm, then she might start telling him no.
You just need to find a better lover, so she won't have
Hold on now.
Okay.
I don't know who been dropping dick on you.
The rule of thumb is I need to orgasm before you penetrate. If you're not getting your orgasm before he penetrates the first time, then you have to, that's your fault. If you know he's a quick nut, then get your shit first.
Get your shit together, Monique. Tell the nigga eat the buffet. Get nut quick.
Okay, so I have a question about the buffet. Shit. What if she's not into it, but you do it? What had happened? And what if she's into it and she wants to do it to you, and like she slipped down there and started doing it? You gonna call rape because that's not what you like?
Well, she raped me. She asked my permission.
Yeah.
That's a fuck. She going to jail. She going to jail. That's rape. See, and that's
Hold up. Time out. Time out. Time out. Time out. Time out. Is she a throw baby? Because she a throw baby, it ain't rape. It ain't, no, it's not rape. Nope, nope. If she a throw baby, it's not rape. It's
First
not
of
rape.
all, Thomas, I don't give a damn if she a throat baby or not. She's not gonna eat my buffet. The fuck is you talking about? No.
Oh,
She's not
she talking about eating the buffet. Oh, hell no. Hell no. I can't take the house. Hell no. Hell
Are
no.
y'all gonna
She
call
gonna get
rape?
beat up. She gonna get beat up. I don't even hit women, but she gonna get beat up.
I'm gonna punch you in your shit, right? I ain't gonna punch you. I'm calling. Listen, don't even touch my booty like that. Like you can't. If I walk past you, don't slap my ass. I really don't like that. I get upset, and then he'll be mad because I'm gonna be like, "Bitch, stop! Don't do that. Play with somebody
I
else."
got you, Chrissy.
Miss Monique, Miss, can you read Miss Monique comment right quick? Cause that way we don't pass it up because it was what you was talking about a while ago.
Ms. Monique says mental and verbal abuse is a lot harder to prove, and if there's no physical marks, then 911 is pointless. Absolutely fucking facts. Christy said, I'm so glad somebody asked Rock that question.
What question?
Pat said he gonna put. My brother said he gonna put sugar. If she eat his booty, he gonna put sugar in her tank.
That nigga's crazy. But what question somebody asked?
I asked about if she trying to eat your buffet, are you gonna call it rape?
Oh yeah, she going to jail.
Yeah, why she just want y'all to eat each other buffet at the same time? Ain't no wrong with that. That's how y'all get down. That's how y'all get down.
All right. I want y'all to understand, this is outside the abusive ones that don't want to have sex. These are the women that are in relationships that maybe just don't want to have sex with their mate. I guess because I mean, again, these are again a hard truth that she's just not feeling attracted to a mate no more. Are a lot of women out here not feeling attracted to their mate and they're having unwanted sex? Are y'all serious? Why the fuck are you not telling that man that you're not attracted to him?
Because y'all's egos are too fucking fragile.
Man, I wouldn't give a fuck. You sitting up here and you not wanting to have sex with him. What is that doing to his ego?
It's not always a matter of not being physically attracted. You could still be gorgeous, but some shit could go down where you're repetitively losing jobs and you can't keep a job or stability. That makes you fucking unattractive as shit. But I love you. We got a life together.
But then you don't have sex with me. What you think that's gonna do to me?
You have to have sex to go get a job?
No, I mean, before our relationship to work, we gotta have sex.
So go hit his confidence. Look, now he ain't got no job. His wife, his woman ain't fucking him. He going downhill.
I understand that. I understand
I'm ready to jump off a motherfucking bridge.
I'm saying a lot of women feel that way. If a woman has to be worried about bills and financial stability, there's a lot of guys who the woman has to say, help me do this, do that, do this. If I feel like I am mothering you, if I have to be your mom and be in charge of you, then why would I want that incestuous feeling when it's time to fuck? I just told you to take your ass a bath because you've been sitting here all day. That's what I do with my kids. I'm not trying to fuck you after that.
Arbor, Pat, my brother coming for you.
Listen, everyone is responsible for their own happiness. I agree with that. What's the point?
So if you agree with that, everyone is responsible for their own nut too, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, read that comment, Miss Arbor.
Because Thomas, some women selfish. It's something else they stand for. I might not be attracted to you, but your wallet fat. So.
Oh, ain't that about a bitch?
You on Facebook, you see bitches do it every day.
So you won't fuck me, but you'll spend my money.
They will.
Ain't that about a bitch? Ain't that about a bitch? And that's the world we live in. They want us to, and they ready for us to settle down, right?
That's why we got $40 chicks. That's why we got $40 chicks. They'll take $40. If you give one of them $40 chicks half your paycheck or whatever, the fuck? She gonna do whatever you want. But then she gonna get.
See, my brother said it, but you want our financial support.
I don't, because I finance myself. But yeah, a lot of chicks, that's what they want. And that's why they put out at first. That's why they put out early in dating, and then shit switches up when you get married.
So
now they
so
feel
let
like
me
they
ask you
got
a question.
security.
Other than being abused, what would you say a reason for a woman not to not before I even go to the, and let me see if you hit some of these points before I pull it up. What would you say another reason why a woman would not want to have sex with her husband?
Personal insecurities, the fear that he's already cheated or something like that, the issue with her own self-worth and body. Like if her body image is off and she's not feeling good about herself, she could not want to have sex. Instability in the household. If, like I said, if she's constantly worried about bills not getting paid, am I about to get evicted, this, that, and the other, there's plenty of different reasons to be in the mood.
All right. Read Monique's comment right quick.
She says, yes, she will continue to have sex with him even after not being attracted to him because he no longer keeps himself up. That's true. One reason is satisfaction. If you're not getting satisfied, is why she wouldn't stay or wouldn't have sex.
I don't like that.
Yeah,
comment.
please elaborate on that on that answer, T, because we're trying to figure out one reason is satisfaction for who, him or her, or what. I mean, we're trying to figure that one out.
She come out the women.
I completely agree with Patrick and Rock here. Just like you're responsible for your own happiness, you're responsible for your own orgasms. And if you let that motherfucker mislead you,
Miss Monique said a very big one out there, guys. Man, if you're over there tearing your woman down and you think she gonna have sex with you later on, I mean, that's one. Not wanting to have sex with your mate. He's not satisfying you. Oh, that's what you mean?
Your orgasm is your responsibility.
So my question is, have you elaborated that? Have you talked? Have you and your mate sit down and had an intelligent conversation and look, you don't know how to eat pussy or you don't know how to stroke right? Your shit ain't hitting the spot. You need to stroke to the left or the right, or your shit ain't long enough, or your shit is too long. I don't know. I mean, what is it? I mean, did y'all have them conversations? I mean, I need to know. I mean, because I mean, when we get to unwanted sex, we get deep, bro.
They're not having them conversations. You can tell by the fact that they don't understand that they're responsible for their own nut. Right? If you fucking a nigga, look, if you fucking me, you need to
Get the fuck out.
I know how to help you get your nut. Because I'm not gonna sit here and act like every woman wants and needs and feels the same. Like everything don't feel the same to every woman. Every woman is different. Every woman is stimulated differently. So if you fucking a nigga and he don't know how to make you nut, you need to goddamn instruct him on how to make you nut, and you need to help yourself in the meantime, right? So one thing that irritates me is if I'm pumping on a woman going into 20 minutes and shit, right? Once I hit that 20-minute limit and you ain't done it yet, I'm gonna get pissed off because now I'm working too hard. You have to pay me. Anything over 20, you gotta pay me, right? I'm working too hard. I'm getting old. I drive trucks. My back gets tight. Tommy, you got an old back. You know what I'm saying? Over 20 minutes.
Damn, I got an old back, bro. That's fucked up.
You got old back, man. I know you feel me, man. Swab young. Swab ain't there yet.
Swab back still be working like a motherfucker.
Swab probably be doing all kind of shit.
Hold on 1 second, y'all. Betty got a big old comment right here. What does she say, Miss Arbor?
She says one reason she's not attracted to him anymore, or he has made her not trust him. He isn't keeping them stable financially. I think the satisfaction part is negotiable because everyone can be taught to please you. We have to get to know each other's bodies and get to know what it's like, what it likes and dislikes. So you communicate what the lacking areas are.
I totally agree with that whole statement. Like without a doubt. I mean, I like that. I mean, for real. He may be a great dad and provider, but he had hit bad at sex. Oh shit.
You're a bad teacher then. That's your fault. That's just like getting mad at your kids
This is what I asked you.
because the handwriting fucked up. You ain't taking the time to teach them how to please you. That's your fault.
I'm not even no baby, I'm just not saying.
That's your fault. How the hell you even having kids by a nigga bad at sex?
What did Monique say right there?
Telling men about their stroke game is like telling men how to drive. Kind of true.
Drop your
Wow.
neck. You need to
Monique says
both.
she got an old back.
Because let me tell you something. If you
Shit.
if
My
a woman,
shit. I bet you ain't old in certain places. I bet you I know when that motherfucker works. It works when I need it to work.
She
What
said,
did
I'm not.
Sarah say?
She said,
what
yes,
I
I asked my
know,
husband exactly how he likes to be satisfied.
what I say,
See, that's it. I want to ask y'all, seriously, everybody on here,
Hang
everybody
on.
watching.
Let him get his
Rock.
statement out
Oh,
about
go
that
ahead,
last
Rock. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Rock.
old back. Now, so I ain't just saying like you got an old back because you old. What I'm saying is you get to working too hard trying to please this woman, you gonna feel it in your back the next day and shit. That's what I'm talking about, right?
I knew
Because
what you was talking about.
yeah, because see, you got an ego and shit. So while you doing it, you gonna perform. But in the morning when you get out of bed, you like, man, look, that little young
See, that's what
motherfucker.
I was saying. That's what I was saying. It's gonna work when I need it to work. Now tomorrow morning, when I need to just get up just to go do my regular shit, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna feel a little different.
shit. Listen, hey, her young ass ain't coming over here no more.
I'm gonna be honest. How many people on here has truly asked their mate what satisfies them?
Baby, what's satisfying?
No,
nigga.
motherfucker, don't do it right now, you crazy ass girl. I asked you before today, had you ever asked her? Now you gonna ask her right now?
Listen,
What type of shit is that?
let me let you up on game. I know, like my moans are fucking amazing to her. Like when I tell you, I believe she gets off on my moans. So I think that satisfies her. But I just now gotta know now, baby, does that satisfy you? Like what?
How your shit gonna get satisfied? How your mom gonna satisfy her? What the fuck?
First of all, she's a
That
touch me
might make her.
not.
That might
So I
turn her
can't touch
on, but it ain't
her.
gonna
So I need
satisfy
to
her.
know what satisfies her since I can't touch her. But she tells me my moans are fucking amazing.
Hold on
No.
right quick. Hold on right quick. Catch up these comments, Miss Arbor.
Right, but he says it's a hard conversation to have, but if you're really into that person and y'all are together, honesty and communication is always on the forefront.
I totally agree.
Rock, women are all different, so if you learn what position gets them. Factory says, quit calling that nigga Rock, or
Man,
you
shut up.
out
That's that
the
nigga
ammo.
name, Rock. Hell, shut the hell up. My brother trying to be funny. He try to say a man can't never call another man Rock. That's that nigga name. Men have to ask us too,
You
though.
call me Rick?
See, that's what I was asking. Like even the men, Rock. Have you ever asked your woman how she want to be satisfied?
Yeah. Look,
Baby, how you got
all during the episode, shit. During the set, she
Well,
may
I'll
not
be
want
honest
you to
with you. I normally don't ask. I like to try to figure it out on my own. That shit fun.
I mean, that's fun, but at the same time, you do want to make sure that she's satisfied.
Okay,
So you see how
a little tip for the ladies, and I know, and I'm gonna
You know
pray in
that?
my spirit that most of them do this already.
Ava, hold up. Ava, push mute. Your whole
Tommy,
argument we're here.
fuck you. I'm trying to figure this shit out.
I know, but you can figure it out while we're having a conversation over here. Go ahead, Miss Arbor.
I needed you to hear the conversation. What you
No, they
mean?
don't. We don't need to hear it right now. We trying to go on with the conversation
Hey,
up here.
Ava, push mute. Ava, push mute and quit arguing.
Crazy ass.
Hey, Miss
Fuck
Bo.
you.
Look at Bo Banks.
Hi, let me hurry up. Hey, let me hurry up, get out the out my office. Y'all cussing loud. My boss like, what the? I don't ran out the office.
A tip for the ladies, like I was saying.
Hold up, y'all. Arbor's talking.
If you haven't done this before, because y'all are talking about asking how to please each other, right? That was the last question. Ladies, ask them how they want to come. In the middle of it, he's confused as fuck because now he got options and he don't know which one to pick. How do you want to come, or where do you want to come?
Oh shit.
that's dangerous. That's dangerous because you
That's
might not.
dangerous. See, yeah, that shit. That's that shit right there. That's that trick shit. That's that trick shit. We done had kids and shit now on accident.
You ask me that shit. We might not be fucking for the next 2 weeks because I done pissed you off with my answer.
We have a lot of comments and they are of substance, so let's
As
catch up
long
right
as
quick.
it's not in the
Arbor,
eyeball and shit, like don't do something weird. All right, Miss Betty says I have asked always because I'm a pleaser and I want to make sure I'm not doing anything in vain. Christy says, just tell me how you like it. Some men like you to talk to them. Sierra says, stimulation varies amongst women.
Mm-hmm.
Ms. Monique says, what happens if you ask him, but he never answers you? Or you both have talked about it, and she tells him, but he never follows through with what she likes.
You need another condom on me.
Quit fucking him. If he doesn't follow through, don't do it again. Ms. Betty says, me and my triad have just had this conversation and it hurts, but I would rather know than not to know.
Pat, we'll get you on
How
one
did
day.
it hurt?
Because you talk too much shit, Patrick. That's why. Betty says, Arbor, I do that too. And he'll be like, what the fuck? And he loves it every time.
All right, now we're caught up. Oh, she said a good. Hold up, let me get that last one in right here.
You can't fuck every woman the same. Absolutely not.
Two favorite questions.
Those are her two favorite questions. I'm telling you, it works wonders.
This is another one of the hard truths that us men need to know about our wives and our women. This is what they said. She isn't feeling sexy anymore.
Oh, so when you stop feeling sexy, I can't fuck no more?
Right. I can't get my rocks off because you don't feel sexy. Well,
Oh,
let
shit,
me hit that
you
ass. You
need
might
to
feel
tighten
sexy
your
when I
ass
get
up.
done, God damn it.
You need to tighten up.
What the fuck you mean?
I mean, sex isn't sexy, so if you have sex, you might feel a little sexier.
There you
Just
go.
You know
saying.
what? I think that's bullshit because a lot of times women be horny as hell, but you got to think about it, Tommy or Suave. Your woman ever came to you real aggressive, like she really wanted, but she got that bonnet on and that old T-shirt that you used to play basketball in a couple years ago and shit. Mismatched socks and shit, just looking all toe down, like, but she really wants you though. But ain't nothing sexy about that shit. But she horny as hell.
Yeah.
So I think that's just another bullshit ass excuse they be coming up with. We can go on to the next one, Thomas.
I like this nigga, man.
I love my boy. That's my boy.
We had this whole fight the other day, and
you haven't been the greatest partner. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I didn't agree with that one because if he hasn't been the greatest of partners, then why in the hell is you still there?
The same reason you were still married after you quit being the greatest partner?
Huh?
I said the same reason you were still married for a while after you became not the greatest partner.
What you gotta say now, Rock?
We can't just leave you because you're not great today.
You know what?
Say something, goddammit.
What you gotta say?
Leave that
What I
ass.
say about that one is that is still your fault.
The fuck?
Communicate with your partner, talk to your partner, and if it don't work, then you need to be letting them know I'm on my way out the door. That's fine. Then tell them. You gotta let them.
I agree with that.
What did Miss Betty say right here?
I'm only messing with you because my girl is your biggest cheerleader.
That's true. You got to be my biggest cheerleader. Miss Arbor, you want to be Betty's comment?
Miss Betty says some women don't like themselves and it feels that way at times. Sometimes it stems from internal issues and sometimes it stems from their partner making them not feel attractive. That's true.
Okay, Miss Monique piggybacked off of it, I guess.
She says sometimes it's how he approaches her that makes her feel less attractive too. Serious one. What does your vows mean?
Vows don't mean you have unwanted sex.
Definitely don't.
Vows never mean that.
Yeah.
Betty, what does Betty say?
She says she agrees with me. Most people tend to walk away quickly instead of figuring out how to go back to what made them love each other in the first place.
Exactly.
It seems that some don't understand their roles. We know that. We discuss that all the time.
I don't. Fuck that.
We
I'm
know
gender
you don't understand your role because you keep trying to switch roles.
You know I'm gender
You don't even
biased,
know.
bitch. I ain't got no role. I'm gonna play me. What you say? Put who on the market? Yeah, it'll be me and you on the fucking market looking for a whole nother bitch together. No. Mm-hmm.
All right, there go. What did T say, Miss Arbor?
For those that say just leave, divorce is not cheap. Having kids, it's not that simple. Amen. Say that again.
Listen, let me
Divorce
tell you
ain't
something. It ain't.
ain't no
But
divorce
guess what?
here.
I ain't saying it.
It is, nah, I'm sorry. Who said that, Miss T? It is
Ain't
that
no
simple.
divorce.
Hold up. Hey,
We can't
everybody
understand
push mute
everybody.
for Suave. Everybody push mute so we can hear what Suave got to say right quick.
Oh, I was just
What
talking.
did you say?
It is that simple. It's fuck them kids.
I ain't that about a bitch.
Ain't that's what she said. Fuck them
Hold
kids.
on. Hold on though. I'm gonna have to agree with Swab because when the motherfucker didn't want me no more, that motherfucker just left. She ain't get no fuck about that goddamn divorce. She that motherfucker just
Hey,
gone.
He said, my brother said you or she isn't in control over our bodies according to religion. And fuck religion. This is my body and I'm in control of it. Kiss my ass. I don't give a damn. Y'all know how I feel
If we're
about that.
going to go religious, Patrick, he said, and like I said the other day on Tuesday, he said to love her like Christ loves the church. And if you love me properly, you're not going to do something against my body in a negative way, because Christ wouldn't do something against the church's body in a negative way. So don't pick and choose your scriptures to use them how you want. Pick them in
Well,
context
y'all know
of they work.
y'all know what Rock said about Christ. He's still waiting on child support checks. So until he get that, we ain't trying to hear nothing.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on that nigga to get white people back in slavery. So fuck what he talking about right now.
I'm just trying to hook it all up. What did Monique say, Miss Harper?
Oh, vows mean we should be able to talk about when we feel uncomfortable and when things have changed in the marriage. Most times people are so caught up in being right that they don't care about the solution.
Well, see, you know what? That is the problem because there ain't no really. There's no right and wrong if you think about it, right? Because everybody come from different places. You got different perspectives and outlooks. It's all about understanding. Get over that you right, you wrong shit, and come to a goddamn conclusion that's gonna help each other out, right?
Yeah.
That shit is irritating. I don't give a fuck if you right, if you think I'm right or not. You don't have to think I'm right. Let's just solve this shit because I'm tired of talking about it.
Man, I don't like this weird ass energy just dry sitting around.
Patrick gonna get fired in a minute.
Miss Arbor, read Sarah's comment right quick.
Sarah says your spouse is always your girlfriend or boyfriend. Keep doing what you were doing to get them.
I know vows are part of religion, fool. And like I said, we don't care about all that shit. This is my body. I'm in control of it. No means no. And we don't need to be having sex. We don't need to be having unwanted sex in a relationship. We need to figure out what the fuck is wrong so we can have wanted sex. You don't want to go to scripture. Oh, nigga, I ain't trying to go to scripture either. Like I told you, that Bible don't mean shit to me. Y'all know what that Bible mean to me. That motherfucker, boy, get on. That mug got so many contradictions in it. Keep on reading it, what you want to do. Go ahead with Betty comment, Miss Arbor.
I wouldn't say just to keep the kids sane. There are ways of communicating with your children what is going on if they're old enough to understand. But I will make sure I'm not going back before I walk away, because I don't go backwards. When I leave, it's a wrap.
So I have a problem with including the children in that period. The children ain't got shit to do with y'all marriage and a relationship. All they need to know is mommy and daddy ain't together, and y'all gonna still love them and take care of them the same. Like y'all need to include them in that shit. Kind of fucked up, man. You don't have to.
I agree. Your kids shouldn't know anything other than mommy and daddy have to work some stuff out. So we're going to go to our separate corners. That's it.
That's it. That's it. Like look, I live over here and mommy live over there. You gonna come see daddy here, you gonna come see that. Hey, all that other extra stress, don't put y'all shit on them damn kids. Allow them kids to be kids.
But what did Monique say, Miss Arbor?
She said the rest of that scripture says that both husbands and wives she put each other's needs, I'm assuming she said should put each other's needs before their own. If that was applied in marriage, we would see less divorce. Amen.
And I agree with it. Sierra, I totally agree with this statement. Intimacy has to come before sex.
True.
So to keep your partner sexy, to keep all that going, there has to be some intimacy. Like Rock said, slap on her ass when she walk by from time to time. She gonna think she's sexy.
Right.
Now if it's Ava, you probably gonna miss that ass because ain't no ass there. But everybody else, you know, you can slap them.
That was fucking funny. Get your ass, your ass on. She was just slapping on his ass.
I'm just saying, man. I was just saying. That's all. I mean, I wasn't trying to be funny. I was just saying. I mean, it is what it is. Say, y'all know she got that Beyonce hairstyle. Look at her. Look at her over there. Look like Beyonce. Go on, girl. Let me see it. I see it here. Okay, I agree, Rock. But for those who feel it's necessary to explain, I'm saying that there are ways to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying, and I wasn't really saying that to come at you. I'm just saying, like, people, what me and my kids' mama got going on, I don't talk to them about that shit. As far as they know, me and mom is good, and we gonna always be good, right? That's all they need to know. Me and mom is okay. We just not together, but we still good. I still care about your mother. I still love her. Now, I don't know if she say that shit about me, but I'm not gonna be that person that's gonna be, yeah, me and your mama got problems. I'm not doing this shit. My kids don't need.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah, they got.
Hey, I've been kind of in and out.
Hello, Bo.
So what are y'all talking about?
Today's topic is about unwanted sex in a marriage, and how we border rape, and is no really a solution. I mean, do we need to dive deep into the topic of why you don't want to have sex with your husband? I know in Arbor's situation, like she said, there are some situations where women probably don't get their ass whooped if they tell their husband no. You know what I'm saying? But in some situations, it's just you turned off from your mate, or you're not turned on by yourself.
Right. Right.
So what do you got? So what do you have to say about that topic? Because we definitely didn't give you a chance to speak the other day, and I apologize about not letting you speak the other day.
Oh no, it's okay. I mean, it's just so many different reasons, you know, like what Arbor was saying, that is so true. You may not want to have sex because you don't feel attractive, or how that man makes you feel. It may be how the way he looks. He may not be putting it down like the way he used to. He doesn't take his time anymore. And so therefore you're not being fed, you know, in order to, you know, to keep everything going. So it's so many different reasons, you know, for you not wanting to be intimate with your spouse.
But if you're not being fed, then why ain't you opening your mouth? All you gotta do is open your mouth. If you open your mouth, closed mouths don't get fed.
Well, yeah, that's true too. But sometimes people can't stand to hear the truth. You tell them something and they feel like you're attacking them. So therefore, you know, now you're not doing anything.
Yeah, but on the other end, it's destroying your marriage, because now you're having unwanted sex and you're feeling like you're being raped by your partner, and that should never happen.
Right. I mean, that's true too.
So I mean, we're at a place where we have to really discuss this. I mean, which one's more damaging, not having sex or being honest with your partner?
I mean, both, because they work hand in hand. I mean, when you're married, everybody starts to grow. Some people growth are more than others, you know, and so now you're not on the same page anymore. Something happened.
No, I gotta interject there, Bo. I gotta interject there, because I'm sorry, there's no way.
Ava, push mute. Ava, push mute.
Okay, right, I'm sorry. So there's no way that the two can be considered equal. Okay, whether not having sex with their partner or not being honest with them, the lack of honesty is always going to cause a greater issue. in my book. Now, if your relationship is so flimsy where you can't be honest with your partner about what you're feeling and thinking in regards to sex, then that's probably a relationship you don't even need in the first goddamn place. But the line and not being honest with your partner, because if you have to not be honest, that means there's already a problem, and not addressing it is just gonna allow it to grow and fester into an even bigger problem.
Right, and that's true too. But sometimes people have a hard time of trying to talk to their spouse because they get out of control, and they're hard to talk to. So you're trying to find ways to let them know, and it's hard because they're not hearing you. They're
So,
not
Hold
receiving
on.
what you're
but how do
telling them.
you? How did I don't know. I just wonder how it gets to that point where I can't have a conversation with you about things that I'm feeling and going
All right.
through. But we're in a partnership that's supposed to be for the long term. If we can't have a simple conversation about something like that, the uncomfortable conversation, then we ain't gonna be successful. It's impossible. This is
And
going
that's
to
Let
true.
me
fail
pause y'all.
sooner or
Let me pause
later.
y'all. Let me let y'all bring that right back up. We got about 20 comments that came in, and we need to
Oh,
catch up at
okay.
least 5 of them right quick. Go, Mr. Arbor, catch up these quick comments right quick.
Miss
If
Betty
it's a
says,
simple comment, I'm not posting it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
hey, it's not about the kids in your marriage. The kids will leave the nest, and therefore you make sure your relationship don't revolve around your kids. The kids will then think they have a say in who you date or who you'll be with, and and they shouldn't have that option. I agree
What you
with
say?
that. T
Oh,
says,
I didn't
would
know
it
you
be
had brought stuff
fair
to eat. I
if
was in there cooking.
Miss Bo, push mute real quick. T says, would it be fair if your significant other likes to do things that is uncomfortable during sex? Should I just do unwanted sex, or would that make you not desire your mate if she said no? I have questions about that. So the only way this works in my mind is if you've never had sex with them until after you were married. But like if you knew that there were things that were uncomfortable during sex and that was what they liked, why did y'all not discuss it and you leave beforehand? Like that one doesn't make good sense for me.
Breeze through a couple of more of these comments so we can catch up, but they're still strolling in. We do know men are abused emotionally. We do understand that, Pat. We just talking about on the physical abuse for the women. Go ahead, Arbor.
Ladeb says there's so many variables to this. Betty says, I'm sorry, mad or sad, I'm not turning down sex. We're gonna get this shit together right now. So we're passing abuse. Hurt people hurt people.
We definitely say that all the time.
And if you don't satisfy him, should you be mad if he steps out on you?
We're coming back to that. We're coming back to that.
Yeah, we're gonna come back to that one.
Betty says the truth hurts, Bo, but we should be able to speak our minds in our relationship. If anyone in the relationship where they can't express themselves, that's very unhealthy and mentally straining.
Mental abuse.
You should be blunt with your partner if they can handle it.
I smoke a blunt with mine all the time.
Last one.
I can't get down with that one. If
And then
they can handle it,
and then we're gonna go back to Patrick's comment from earlier.
okay. If they're already defensive and always barking at you over basic things, do you really think they're going to talk about something that deep?
You
Why are
shouldn't
y'all
even.
with
Why are you
these
even in a
people?
relationship with somebody like that?
Right, like
All right,
nigga,
Rock. I
if you
get
don't
back
want
to
to
you.
talk about that, then I don't want to be with you. Fuck it. Like nigga, what y'all think going on there? Y'all are really
Rock,
that's something
Rock,
really
I don't know. I love this talk.
Okay, Rock, I put the question back up that you wanted back up. I'm gonna let you address it first.
No, man. Yeah, that's the question I want the ladies to answer.
And if you don't satisfy him, should you be mad if he steps out on you? Why the fuck am I with you if you can't satisfy me?
right.
No, 'cause see, this is what I'm saying. Cause see, it goes both ways. The same way, like they asking, like that last thing, what she say about him talking to you and making you feel this way, or when I try to be honest with you, you getting all upset and you loud and we can't have a conversation. That's similar to that. Like
Exactly. That same conversation that we can have that you have about my attitude, why can't we have about me sexually satisfying? What makes you tick? What makes you get off?
I think the same thing goes. We're saying that women should be able to leave if their man's not going to sexually satisfy them. The same thing goes for men. If she's not going to listen to you and be able to satisfy you, you need to know that up front. So have the conversation openly and honestly. And then in practical terms, if you've slept with her and you know she ain't going to be able to do it and she too dense to learn, then fucking go on somewhere.
What's she doing? Not sucking your balls or something? Like what? Hey.
Miss Arbor, let's catch up a couple more comments and then we'll be ready to roll on. We only got a couple more to catch up anyway.
Patrick says, ladies, if you say no, then he finds it somewhere else. Is he wrong?
We already addressed that. Go right ahead.
It's not abuse. It depends on the situation with that couple. He's asking Miss Bev why she neglected him. I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. So basically, she's not happy, so she must make him unhappy.
Ooh.
That still doesn't make sense, but okay.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah, dude.
But he said a word, there because whether y'all like it or not, sometimes when y'all women unhappy, y'all want us to be unhappy with y'all. Like y'all bring the whole misery to us, and y'all want us to be miserable. If we ain't feeling like y'all feeling, y'all feel like y'all be mad at us, like y'all don't think we got y'all point. Like you ain't mad like I'm mad. I'm not supposed to be mad like you, man. That's how you feel. I don't feel the same way about it.
Yeah, I don't need you to be mad like me. Acknowledge my feelings, acknowledge my point, but you ain't got to be mad with me. The fuck is that for? So I'm not trying to be mad with you.
So what I'm trying to do for myself, right? I'm working on trying to learn how to have uncomfortable conversations.
Okay.
Without getting out of control. And I think that's something that everybody needs to start trying to do. Like we grown as fuck. How can we not have a conversation about things that need to be talked about, whether it's uncomfortable or not? Especially in the home, right? Like, come on, man. Like, we need to figure that part. We need to figure that shit out.
See, when Rock, I'll be honest, I felt the same. I felt that way about this topic. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's very important because obviously there's a lot of women that feel this way in the world, and there's some men out here to do too. But for women to feel this way, it's deeper than that, though. I mean, if he's not physically abusing you and making you have sex with him, and you feel that way, then there's a deeper issue. You know what I'm saying? It's deeper. You might not feel sexy with yourself. You might not feel he's attractive, but these conversations need to be had. Your husband need to know that you don't feel sexy.
And this is
because
my biggest problem.
Because I might feel like you're perfect.
This is what I work with when I work with couples. At what point did you not understand in your dating process that I can't talk to this person? And why would you continue a relationship? Now, I'm not saying you have to give away every secret you've ever had to your spouse, but if you don't have the ability to tell them anything, to do with them anything, if they're not your safe place, don't fucking marry them.
That's fucking right.
Miss Monique answered your question, Patrick. She said, why step out on her? Why don't you just leave her? Go ahead, Miss Arbor. We got a couple of more to roll in right quick.
Ms. Betty said he needs to speak up instead of stepping out. Problem is, people tend not to have these important combos up front, and then the problem arises, and then they want to ignore it and let it linger until it's too late.
So speak up instead of stepping out. I like that.
Hold on. Is anybody else catching that it's the same shit, right? When we talking about the men, we giving the same goddamn answer for the men that we giving for the women too when they come up with what they saying. It's the same. It all comes back to opening your goddamn mouth. And if they're not giving you what you need after you've spoken to them and expressed your concerns, somebody got to hit the fucking door. Because you're not gonna be happy. You're gonna be miserable, and if you got children, you're gonna make some miserable, fucked up ass kids and shit. Okay, so you got to figure that part out. At this point, I'm kind of glad my wife had ex-wife had left me. I ain't mad at her. I appreciate it because of where I was at that time. Like I realized what I was, and now I'm kind of thinking about where she possibly was at that point in their relationship. So I'm good with her. Like I ain't even mad. I ain't hurt by her or nothing. I'm really actually good because what was the alternative? This shit we doing right here, like it don't make
Okay.
sense.
Christy sees it differently. Arbor, will you read her comment? Hold up, right quick. I got it. That shocked me right there.
Well, listen to the words that she uses, though. She says, no, you can't be mad if he steps out if you are unwilling. Unwilling is the key word there to satisfy him. Then no woman can be mad at all. And I 100% agree. If you tell me you like your balls played with when you're having sex and I refuse to do it, the fuck I got a bitch about when you get somebody who does.
What does Sierra mean? I have to be the top person.
She wants to be the best you ever had.
Well, I think it's a power struggle. I think so too.
See, that's another problem.
What's the power struggle? Why is there a power struggle in
Exactly.
each other?
Listen,
There isn't a power struggle. The struggle should be, I'm gonna make you nut more than you can make me nut. How about that? How about struggle with that?
Man, come on now,
Rock.
Arbor. Now,
What?
Arbor, you know there's always gonna be a power struggle in male-female relationships. There's always gonna be because there's one
Only
that we believe.
when the
Let
two
me finish
people
what
don't feel safe in their roles, when they feel challenged in their
well, that's
roles,
the thing
or
about it. That's the whole thing about it. Nobody wants to have a role anymore. There's one that our cultural norm says this is where the power should lie, and then there's another that says nope, I want the power. It should be with me. Why I can't do what they can do?
if I needed to do what a man did, he would have gave me a dick on purpose. So
Well,
let
I
me
mean,
be in my feminine state.
of course, us as men understand that, but getting your peers to understand that is less likely.
That's
A
true.
whole lot. Go ahead.
I agree with you 100%. A lot of women refuse to understand that, but they also have never been able to experience being in their feminine space like that. So when they do, it's uncomfortable. They feel like they're uneasy and unsure of what to do because nobody's actually made them feel that way before. Nobody's given them that space, that protection, that freedom, and they don't. So they buck the system and end up fucking it up.
Miss Arbor, catch up these comments. We got a few more rolling in.
Miscommunication works both ways. They both are in the wrong if they don't, and that relationship is, or if they don't, that relationship isn't a relationship, it's a situationship. To the dude in the beanie, that would be rough. Let's not be like that, Patrick. Grow up. It's not a level playing field. Women empowerment to put themselves over a man. Coochie probation. The fuck?
Okay, battering with the toed up. He has a point. We talked about this, bartering with the coochie. We talked about this. Y'all will sit up here and be sexually frustrated and not tell us, but make us go figure it out. And then y'all barter with the coochie like if y'all not getting y'all way, y'all hold out on the coochie till y'all get y'all way.
But see,
we've had women say that before.
Anyway. They do that from the jump. When you see that woman and you want to take her out, she's already bartering with the pussy, or however you want to say it. Because you got to do this, that, and the third just to even get to the pussy. That's just the way you men go about doing that shit. Me personally, she can do what she want to do with her pussy. I don't give a fuck because I can get another one.
Quick, fast, and in the hurry.
I can get another one. So
Miss Sierra says she like a challenge her partner in the bedroom. I think, see, that's what we want. We want to hear that from our women. Challenge us in the bedroom.
What you mean? You want to get naked and wrestle? What are you talking about? Let's
what is challenge?
Yeah, because Rocky boo fake. So Rocky boo fake. Miss Arbor, Miss Monique got something.
She says, I don't have to be mad, but I also don't have to stay either. You found someone else by you, which means you replaced me.
Basically, but nah, Monique, he didn't replace you. You replaced yourself. When he said he liked his balls tickled and you ain't tickled his balls, you replaced yourself.
Repeat that, Swab.
Ooh, word of truth there.
Yeah,
That's
you
facts.
made a decision.
That's facts. And I know y'all have heard me say it 101 times. If you're not going to leave, Let that nigga cheat in peace. Shut up. Don't bitch.
Miss Arbor, you say let him. What is it? What is this side piece called?
A relationship assistant.
Relationship assistant.
He got you a relationship assistant. He got you a relationship assistant that does all those little tiny things that you don't like to do.
All the
That's
shit that bitch
facts.
you out, trust me, she just love them doing.
Miss Arbor, what did Betty say?
She said you have to know your person is what it boils down to. You know what one person can't do, and you work on that together and help each other with shortcomings.
I think you have to understand that you're gonna forever be learning your person. Because like I said earlier, everyone grows different. You're gonna be changing. Your mindset's gonna change. Shit that happens through your day to day might change. So you're gonna forever be learning your person. I don't think
And
you ever really know nobody.
life events change. Sometimes what buttons work for you prior to having kids, or how well you lubricated prior to having kids, changes after having kids. You know, your body chemistry changes over time. So you have to always be
Miss
willing to
Monique.
learn.
Miss Monique said the cheating partner likes to have both. Hey, it is what it is. If you'd have played with his balls, he wouldn't been cheating.
Mm-hmm.
No.
It's not your
We
job
can't.
to fix it, Patrick.
Patrick said we can't fix y'all ladies. Hey, Crystal.
It's
Patrick,
not
maybe
your job
it's
to
just me
fix it. That's
that
why we need to go to therapy, and it's not our job to fix you. That's why y'all need to go to therapy.
Yeah, it ain't my job to fix me. I ain't trying to fix me. We gonna work on
It's,
each other separately to be better
don't
for
waste
each
your
other.
time trying to fix nobody. You go find somebody that's already fixed, somebody that's already healed.
There you go. Ain't no fixing me, man.
What did Christy say?
She said, "No, that's game being played, holding out on sex because you're mad or whatever child play. Challenge in my book means pushing pleasure limits. Absolutely.
What's up, see? That's a scary shit. She talking
It
about
is.
scary shit. She be
Just
talking about.
No, Rock, say the real shit. That's that toxic shit.
Huh?
That's that extra toxic shit.
hey, we want healthy relationships with toxic sex. Mind your business.
I mean,
Very much so.
All right, I can't even complain on that one.
See, Christy, nope. Y'all motherfuckers, see, y'all get to talking like that. I don't want nothing to do with that. That's scary shit. You gonna have me seeing your face in my bath water and shit, got me all fucked up. Nah.
Don't be scared. You be all right. Just tell me what you like and what you don't like. That's simple.
Never that simple.
You want both, become poly, then he'll have someone to do what you lack. Stop complaining and move around.
Hey, y'all, that's what it is.
You can't be in a relationship by yourself. Holding out only disconnects you further. That's the truth. I agree with you. You still get on my nerves, but I agree with you, Patrick. Crystal
lack of communication.
And Monique says poly ain't for everyone. So if I can't satisfy him, there is a man that I can.
But what if you can't satisfy the next one either? Nah.
But Monique, let me tell you this. Never mind.
Yes.
Two bitches are better than one.
That's no problem.
I'm glad you feel that way.
Maybe in general.
Shit. I'm gonna tell you something. The female is your problem here. We still got three more. We still got three more reasons. She said. Well, we used that one a while ago. I'm sorry. Five is she may have some health issues.
Okay. Hold on. I like seeing Ava get checked over there like that. That shit is so
Rock, check your private box. Check your private box right now.
All right, go ahead. That's your
So if when they was talking about women that are unwanting sex out here, they may have health issues. I felt like when I read this one, there seriously is a problem if your husband does not know that you have a health issue, or you don't tell him, or he don't understand. Y'all have a serious problem.
She's sneaking and eating.
So with
She
my
what?
with
She's
my
sneaking
abusive
it.
husband,
That means she's sneaking and geeking, Thomas. That means Dickie down the road and gave her the clap, and she can't tell you she wasn't supposed to be fucking Mr. Dickie down the road.
Cause she got health issues.
Yeah, that's the clap. That's the scratches
that
nigga.
was not. Oh my god.
I knew that's where he was going with this shit. But that boy hell, man. Oh,
All right, nigga, I'm
man.
in left field. My bad. Y'all go ahead.
Bring that back.
So with my first pregnancy, it was I was high risk for preterm labor. So they gave me what was called pelvic rest, where I was not allowed to orgasm or have sex. So what did he do? One, he did it anyway. Two, he went to the doctor to ask the doctor to make sure I didn't lie to him so that I could get out of sex. And three, he told me if the kid can't survive in there, that's supposedly the safest place for him, then, survival of the fittest. You have people
Damn.
like that.
That nigga was a savage.
That nigga was a motherfucker. He was a savage. That nigga said, listen, fuck that child.
That nigga gave zero fucks.
That nigga said fuck them kids before they was kids.
Shit.
He in the safest motherfucking place. I'm just trying to help him exit. And he tripping.
I hope you slap the shit out of him.
What? Nah.
But it was funny the way you said it. That's what was funny.
I mean, I can laugh about it now because my child is here safely and I'm, he's out of my life. But at the moment, in that moment, it was fucked up. Like, you're willing to endanger the life of my kid because you need to bust a nut?
Yeah.
No.
Go jack off.
Man,
Yeah,
listen,
he ain't gonna do it. He ain't just have to put little divots in his head or something, little dents in his head or something.
Time out, y'all. Time out. All y'all missed. All that goddamn she said her coochie was on rest. She didn't say her mouth was.
You damn sure right.
I didn't say I didn't give it to him.
God damn. There's other hoes. God damn, we can work this shit out. Your mouth gonna be tied, but goddamn, we're gonna work it out.
Hey,
my brother said therapy wouldn't be for him. He don't value therapists.
Hey.
You hear that, Arbor?
You need to value that, brother. Whatever your name is, brother.
We already know he needs therapy. The fact that he don't want to go get it is not my problem. I can't make him go.
Never mind, Thomas.
Not my monkey, not my circus.
Hey, you know what I enjoy? I enjoy a good hand job. Y'all don't know how to do that shit no more.
A good hand.
That's part of the exclusive slob.
Time out. Miss Beverly do. On first date. On first date.
I forgot about that. Yes, she did.
So tell your daddy to call Miss Beverly tonight.
Hand job. Oh yeah. Beverly might get to spend the night. She get that nigga a hand job.
She coming for your daddy. You better watch out. Warn him.
Miss Arbor, read Miss Betty comments. We got some flowing in right quick.
All right, Miss Betty is talking to Miss Galvan. She says, true, but I'm just saying, though, people know what they like and what they don't like, just like a man does. I'm assuming she's talking about women know what they want. Monique says, husbands don't care that she has health issues. Some really don't. Got to accept the health issues.
Hey, listen.
Didn't say the clap. Yes, Patrick.
Ms.
So I was talking about the clap.
Outside of your box, just once.
See, at least you human, Patrick. At least you do accept the health issues. That is something we got to respect from a woman.
Ms. Betty says, if your partner can't understand that sometimes you may not be able to because of your health issues, then they're not a good partner.
Yeah, you need to be looking at
health issues.
I'm saying, like,
I must have dated a master for 12 years a slave. I was very young, so that's kind of what it was.
Hey, Rock, I got a question.
What's up,
so, is asthma a health problem?
What?
Yes.
Is what?
Is asthma a health problem?
You better have your inhaler on the side of the bed.
Do you hyperventilate when you have orgasms?
Thomas, get out my motherfucking business. I just asked a question. Don't try to turn
Then
it
it's a
around
hill.
like
That's a hill problem. Then that's a hill problem.
Put your inhaler beside the bed. Turn the humidifier on and put your inhaler beside the bed and go on about your business.
I swear to God, I ain't coming back. If I'm having sex with a motherfucker, if she have asthma attack, I am out. I'm gone. I'm gonna think I killed her. Draws in my hand and everything. I'm going to the top. Look, what the fuck happened? I call later. Was you good? I thought you died. You all right?
That is so wrong.
Oh,
Hey,
back, bro.
It's both ways. You ain't supposed to stay with nobody after experience. That'll scare the shit out of you. You in the middle of having sex now. You gotta save a person's life. What type of shit is that?
Look, Thomas. So listen, this is the issue.
Better go brush your teeth first.
Right. When I'm
gonna go get the toothbrush, brush her shit, and then give her mouth to mouth. She just got to sucking some shit. We don't know where that motherfucker is. We don't know where that motherfucker is.
Thomas, are you saying that you don't? Oh Lord Jesus, I can't. That's a whole nother topic.
Hell, I don't know where that motherfucker be. Do you know? No, I'm just saying. I'm outside. Let's go.
On your dick, that's where it's been.
So
hold up, y'all. Rock said something.
Hey, but you have orgasms and you need CPR after.
Like this is the thing, which is like she finds so fucking adorable for some fucking reason.
You did it right. Sometimes
when I nut, I giggle, right? It's just I don't know what it is. I giggle, and then I go into a flu. Look, if I nut too hard, I'm gonna have a full blown asthma attack, like the whole.
So you telling us sex? So you telling us we got to keep a defibrillator on site now when we having sex and shit? We got to keep those around. Has it really gotten that serious?
Go get the bag.
Just make sure you know how to do
something. I got a whole goddamn asthma machine, and I just put my inhaler on the side of the bed.
I wonder what it feel like if you use the defibrillator while you're inside her and just feel the shock between y'all both.
She got a EpiPen and everything next to the bed.
I ain't lose my life. I just can't breathe a little bit. My nose broke, so I can't breathe out one side of my nostril. So shit, I'm only breathing out one. I nutted too hard and I lost my breath. God damn, motherfucker, you trying to put a nigga out for life? Don't nobody need a defibrillator.
So you gotta goddamn warm up the motherfucking breathing machine every time you want to goddamn get nasty. You ain't have no sex, huh?
Now I got an expensive.
Hold up.
That bitch
hold up. Let me catch up these comments. That's the purpose of hand jobs too. And then what did Betty say, Miss Arbor?
Patrick Alexander, therapists are great people. I am one. Everyone needs someone to speak with and listen to them. Most times it's best to speak to a stranger than people close to you. Amen to that. And I love my therapist.
There you go, Ava. Pat looking out for you.
No shit, Pat.
He said you better have.
I got one.
He said, "Hey, you inhale them. Have it right by the bed." And there you go.
When that bitch cost me $380.
Miss Arbor, what did Monique say?
Ava, I'm not in a box. I'm assuming she said she's just gone through hell and back. So my next relationship will be both. Know how to keep each other happy and satisfied in all areas.
That's what I'm saying, Miss Monique. I'm not saying that you in a box. I'm saying that I need you to cross them lines just a little bit to see how you would like it. If you don't like, cross back over. That's it. Experience something new. Do not be afraid to try something new.
Please don't. Try it. You might like it.
It takes away from the holiness in you or anything from you. It's just trying something new. You ain't got to do it again if you don't like it. If you don't like
having sex where you need to stay afterwards.
Ava, my brother said we're gonna have an oxygen tank next to the bed for you, little Weezy.
Patrick, you won't even get that close to me for me to even need one of those with you. So fuck you. The fuck? You gotta win.
No, he needs you for a life insurance policy.
A triangular thing that I can do this with. You got too much going on. You got one of those. Fuck that.
Hold up. What you mean my heart gonna stop sharing? If I shock her, it's gonna shock we both. My heart. Hold up now. Now I ain't trying to go through that. I just want a little extra stimulation. God damn it.
No,
that's all I want.
It'll shock you too, so it'll throw your heart rhythm off.
That nigga say King literally took your breath away.
Right? No, like
Does it hurt to try something?
Breath away.
Crystal say, does it hurt to try something at least once? No, Crystal, she just changed my mind from trying that shit just once. If my heart's stopping, I ain't trying that shit. Nope, that shit ain't for me.
Look at Rock up there quiet. He said, no, I ain't trying it.
So Rock,
what did Betty say?
Rock.
New thing is very intriguing. Try it at least once. Just don't die while doing so.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna let you try it first.
One thing that you want to try that you haven't tried yet.
Nothing. Nothing.
Is that question to everybody?
Yeah.
Yes. Answer, Ms. Bo.
I don't know.
What have you not done that you want to try?
I don't know. Let me think about that.
Oh, I got it.
Miss Boback,
First of all,
you're on live right now. Miss Boback, you're on live. I want you to remember that.
I can't answer that question. My son is standing right here looking at me, waiting for me to say something.
Thank you.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Next room.
Don't do it. Silence is a virtue in this woman. You don't need therapy.
No, I'm just.
Take your ass to the next room, son.
Well, he can't see you.
He said he don't need to know that much about his mom.
Ava, he's older than you.
Oh, well, damn. Well, shit, he know what it is. He knew what it takes to get his ass here. So go ahead, Miss.
But he don't want to hear that. He don't want to hear that about his mother. I would want to hear that about my mama.
Man, look, my mama didn't give two fucks. She knew what it was. I knew what it was. My daddy got
hold up. Sierra, what do you mean don't make sex routine? Oh, okay. You said don't make sex. I think this is very important in a marriage and in a relationship. Don't make sex a routine. Make sex exciting. Bring interest. Do things inside. I mean, for real, because
I don't know.
I said this before. Role play. That's the funnest thing.
Go ahead, Ms. Bo.
I took a role play. As soon as I get hard and shit, why the fuck are you doing this dumb shit, okay? I ain't good at this shit.
Role playing starts before the bedroom.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you come home as a different person, throw a blonde wig on with some blue eyes.
I'm trying to tell you because what was I yesterday? I was
said blonde wig,
I felt like I was what's her name? What's the woman name with the big ass hair? Shaka. I thought I was Shaka yesterday because my hair I had combed it out.
Shaka Khan? You thought you was Shaka Khan?
Hell yeah, I thought I was. Shit, my hair was hella. You know how she wear them big ass? Her hair was hella fluffy. I combed my hair out and it was fluffy. I gave it an attitude. All of it. She had it, and then she fucked me until I damn near passed out last night.
Ms. Arbor, read that comment from Monique.
She said she'll be out of the box with her mate only. She doesn't like women and she's not attracted to them. And she's not going to be holier than thou. That's just knowing what you like and want.
Stop waiting on your mate and go get your booty and live life.
Say that shit again, Rock.
God damn.
That shit gonna be rusty as hell. You waiting on a mate that you ain't found yet. Maybe if you started looking, you can find him. But your ass ain't looking, Monique.
Waiting and shit. God ain't gonna send you no goddamn man, okay? Y'all need to get that out y'all head. Just like he ain't gonna send us no goddamn woman and shit. You need to get out there and look and talk to him that you can look into clear eyes and that you ask him to help you find the right motherfucker. But he ain't gonna send you no goddamn man. You gotta do the work. Okay? Go get your booty and shit and live life. So when you get your man, you ain't all goddamn tight and shit. Like you know, your knees is still flexible and shit. Y'all get old. Look, we all get old, okay? Shit, you stop using it, you're gonna lose it.
What did Betty say, Ms. Arbor?
She said people have schedules for sex and that's crazy. She said if you want a blonde today, then she's it. If you want a one night stand, let's meet her at a bar and act like you don't know me. We're gonna keep it interesting.
Oh yeah. I like that.
That's fine.
Shit.
That's
shit, I like that. Hey, who gonna meet me at the bar? Well, shit, I don't know y'all right now. We on Facebook. Let's just meet up anyway and do it. Oh, y'all want to freeze up on me now. All y'all want to freeze up on me now. Y'all don't want to back me up. Okay.
Back you up on what? What had happened?
We not condoning you
I
flirting
didn't
with
know
our viewers.
what to stop doing. What to stop doing.
Because you be pushing buttons and attracting. Never mind. Next.
You attract crazies.
I was trying not to say that
You
out loud.
attract nets. You don't attract. You need to leave our flies alone. You attract nets.
Thomas.
Yeah,
Thomas.
You attract nets.
Yeah, Thomas.
Man, hold up. I was married for 22 years and she was not crazy. I was married for 22 years. Y'all get me on one, and I was not in no relationship.
That
I was seeing
the
someone.
only butterfly that I have seen. That's the only butterfly I have seen. The rest of them,
and that's why ain't nobody else no butterflies.
Exactly, they nets. The fuck?
Miss Arbor, read that comment.
Sarah says if you can predict what's going to happen in the bedroom, it's boring. The only thing I want to predict happening in the bedroom is everybody nuts. How we do it is the fun part.
It start making sense.
What did Betty say?
She said you have the tools to find your mate, but keyword is find. No one is finding you if you're not looking or putting yourself out there.
Go get your boo days. Stop playing.
So speaking of that, how do you put yourself out there?
Time out. Whoa. What up, Patrick? You done read into what they said totally wrong. I ain't fell off shit. It's just some crazy ass women out here. That's all. What the fuck you mean? I ain't never fell off.
Okay, guys, how should Monique put herself out there? What would you say? What would she need to do to put herself out there?
Just have fun.
It's the same thing as saying asking for a job. Everybody prays to God for a job, but you don't sit at home and not go on no job interviews or fill out applications. If you asking God for a man, put your ass in the place to get a man. If you want a good paying doctor, then go to a doctor's conference. Put yourself in the place where you want your man to be.
Right.
Yeah, if you keep finding shithole niggas in the fishbowl, stop going to the fishbowl.
I had post a question a while back, and I had at least about 60 guys that respond. And I asked them, I said, what are some of the things that you look for when you see a woman? He said, when we see women, if they're on Facebook and all you see if they're titties and they're showing their body, he said, that's something that we just want to have sex with. He said, because you showing you showing things that if I wanted to be with you, that's supposed to be mine behind closed doors, but you advertising to everybody. And they don't like that. And there's a lot of men that didn't like that. When you look at their Facebook page, instead of them showing their face, they're showing their ass. He said, who wants somebody like that? You saying a lot without even saying anything.
Right. But you know what? That can be true, and also depends on like the age range of those men or those women, because you got to think about where we are in the times, right? Like that's the fucking norm.
No.
That's the fucking norm.
I know several 40 and 50 years old that is built fine as hell and out there showing everything that their mama done gave them.
I seen that too.
Go shopping with their daughters.
So there's no then, because you just said what the fuck I just said. I said it depends on the age range, and the times that we are different. Like most older women are not gonna do that, but just like several who don't do that, I know several who fucking do. So it just depends on the person. But what I'm saying is, it just is. First of all, again, wearing your titties out, your cleavage and your shit up, and wearing your legs and shit all out. When you go out with your homegirls, you gonna do it. You don't do it, right? Does that determine who you are as a person? Because I know it's a successful people out here that like.
I can't hear you.
Right? Does it always determine who you are as a person?
Yeah, but sometimes if you dressing in that way, they're not gonna even get to know you, because the first thing a man sees or a woman sees is your appearance. That is what they're attracted to. And sometimes they don't even get a time to even get to know you, because of what you selling on the outside can be a turn off. So you can be the best person on earth. But they ain't gonna get to know it.
So should you care? Why should I care? Why should I care that somebody's gonna look on the cover of the book but not take the time to read? Why should I care?
If you want somebody, then you should care.
Well, my thing is, they always say don't judge a book by its cover. Then my answer is don't be the cover.
I like that, Bo. I'm feeling that.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? At the same time, like that's just like saying like I've heard people say, well, when Suave first got on the show, I didn't like that nigga. But now
But we
I love
weren't
that
judging
nigga.
him by his looks. We weren't judging him by what his profile picture looked like. We judged him on his personality, his character, because that's what we heard from him.
Right. So what's different? What's the difference in judging Suave by listening to him for 5, 10, 15 minutes or an hour, right? An hour. What's the difference between judging him for a fucking hour worth of conversation than judge a person by looking at them? Where's the difference in that?
Because he didn't show up with his ass or his dick out making a first
Right.
impression. He didn't show up with his dick out. And that shows me he's for everybody. He showed up with a badass mouth and some outrageous comments that
All right,
yo,
Right.
let's catch up these.
I would
These
assume,
comments right quick.
Hold on,
hang on,
Pat.
let it say it. What do you,
Let him
say
finish
it.
it. Let him finish it.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead, Rock.
so I would assume, right? To me, if I heard somebody in the way they thought, in the way they talked, and it was fucked up, I would be more inclined to like make a decision on who that person was after listening and having a conversation before I just look at a person and be like, that motherfucker ain't shit.
We did
Well,
have
my
a
thing is
conversation.
when I
That's why
see
we
a
thought he
person,
was shit.
but when I see a person, it's about, do you respect yourself? If you dress a certain way and a guy trying to holler at me, his pants hanging, that's not what I like. You disrespecting yourself. You showing me who you are through your clothes because you're not being respectful of yourself in pub. To me, that's just me. I like to see a well-dressed man, but if your ass hanging out, I'm going to be 50. I see guys my age, dressing like that. You too old for that shit.
I ain't gonna lie to you, right? I ain't no bad person, but when I get off my truck and shit, and I'm on my way home, I loosen this goddamn belt. I don't give a damn what's hanging out. I'm tired. I'm going home. So if you see me at the gas pump and my feet sagging a little bit, I don't carry myself like that all the time. Right?
Okay, so I might not talk
That's
to you at
cool.
the gas pump, but if I see you at the grocery store and you look
But
together, then we'll
but
talk.
but some women would like you for
All
that.
right,
But I'm be honest.
let
If
us
you
catch up
look
these
at me,
comments. Let us
if
catch
you
up
look
these
Okay,
at
what's the
me,
comments.
comment?
We got a lot of them wrote in.
if you look at me and you pass judgment on me before even taking a minute to get to know me, I can give two fucks because that shows me to me that you are very what's the word? Is it shallow or superficial? Like I ain't got time for that shit.
You sound muffled. I can't really hear you.
Rock, your phone is cutting out bad. We can't hear you. You're muffling.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, bro.
All right, so Ms. Betty says, enjoy
Catch that.
life, have fun, mingle, place yourself in a position to be seen and heard. There are plenty of ways to find good things without showing yourself off. So it depends on what you're trying to attract and if you're looking for longevity or just for the moment. Karen says there should always be mystery.
If that shit don't work, you know why it don't work? Is because I'm sure y'all. So okay, Miss Dawson, you got married, right?
Rock,
To a man, right?
Okay,
Mhm.
what he saying?
it's still muffled. It's muffled. It's muffled bad, Rock. I don't know why. Can't nobody. It's got. It's.
Okay, he's out.
But God,
Monique,
was I making sense though?
you are. So Monique says, Miss Bo, my page is modest and I still get a lot of men, no matter their age, only approach me for sex, saying it was something in my eyes and smile. They're saying that because they want to have sex with you and they think it's a compliment. But all of these guys are going to try and have sex with you. Say no and keep it moving if you don't want to fuck.
Look, I had someone to DM me earlier today, and first thing I asked him, I said, "You need prayer?" Oh, he stopped talking then.
Read Betty's comment, Miss Arbor.
She says, you can wear joggers and men still undress you with their eyes. We should be able to dress as we want to, and it depends on the type of man you're encountering.
Yes, you can dress like it's the way that you want to, but still people gonna make their assumption of you. They're gonna still feel the way they're gonna feel and how the way they think you are. That's the reason why when you step outside, you should always step with your best foot forward. Always be the best. It's just kind of like, for example, look at Michelle Obama. Imagine how the way she step out every time she step out, and how people look at her, how the way she carry herself.
Well, I was going to say this earlier when you about relating to Michelle Obama. We went from the 8 years of when Michelle Obama was in office and our women was more respectful and more class, had more class about themselves, to 4 years of Donald Trump, and we see what happened. So maybe we might be shifting back that way here soon. I don't know. I definitely loved what I seen yesterday between all the black women in the world, how they came
Thank
together and
you.
looked
That
good
was
yesterday
beautiful.
in
Chucks and
operation.
Brown.
Hey, you know what? Listen, y'all ain't gonna agree with me when it comes to that, okay?
Just say it.
We ain't gonna what?
They ain't gonna
We're
agree
not.
with me when it comes to Miss Harris. It ain't got nothing to do with her being a black woman. And I really don't like to celebrate people just because they black. But I do appreciate what that represents for women. I'm gonna take the black part off of it because she has a track record for not really giving a fuck about being black or black people. So why would I celebrate her being black? I'm happy to see a woman in office, but a black woman, like, is she really?
Man,
She's tinted
Well,
with
I'm
a
gonna tell
lot
you
of
one of
white
my
privilege.
Go ahead, finish. Go ahead and say that.
Oh, she benefits from white privilege. She is just black enough for some black people to accept her, but everywhere else she's just as white or just as not black as every Caucasian else.
Read that comment for us, Aubrey.
I don't think she never gave a damn about being black until she had the opportunity to become the VP.
Well, it's a celebration of just having a woman in office, period.
I would like to
I'm
leave
here
it at
for
that.
it.
I would like to leave it at that. That's what I'm saying. That's why I say y'all might not agree with my opinion. I celebrate the fact that it's a woman in office. That's big, but the black part, I don't really know about that.
All right, Ms.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, that's good. Everybody have difference of opinion. That pushes you. That makes you, you know what I mean? You respect that. If we all was the same, what would this world be like? So your opinion and how the way you feel are welcome. That makes me better. And what if somebody else would say would make you better in order to stand behind and how the way you feel.
I don't know, Bo. I feel like if the world was full of swabs, this would be a much, much more beautiful world.
Okay. It could be. It could be.
Well,
it would definitely be interesting. I know that.
To say the least, it'd be interesting.
Well, come on, businessman.
As we get ready to wrap up, we only got a couple of more things that we got that I had on here. One of the ones they said is that a woman normally has her own feelings and she's battling her own feelings about sex. That's one of the reasons why she doesn't want to have sex.
I mean, true enough, you don't always want to have sex, but it's times that if I don't, but if he does, I'm still going to do that because that's what I feel that I should do. That's just me. Everybody don't feel that way. And it may be times where he don't want to and he does it for me. So we have to be able to compromise. You know, it's going to be time that you don't feel like it. But that's what I would do as a wife.
That was a part of the question initially, because there are a lot of women like that will do it regardless of whether or not they're really in the mood. But the question was, even if you're not in the mood, when you get to that point where you really don't want to do it, is it okay for you to still say no? Or is it okay for him to still take it?
Well, I have said no when I don't want to do it. It's normally because I don't feel good. And he understands that instead of him trying to get me to do it, he wants to make sure that I'm feeling better. What if it's going to give me some hot tea, rub my back? He tends to me. He wants to make sure that I'm okay.
Yeah, because the quicker you get feeling better, the quicker we can have sex.
Sierra said if she don't want to, she just goes to sleep.
I don't go to sleep
or
on
let
me.
him go to sleep,
Well, if I don't,
or she'll stay up too late and let him go to sleep. That's some shit right there, ain't it?
Hold on.
Yeah, that's cold blooded.
No,
There's just
is
one
it
more
right?
movie I want to watch. There's just one more movie.
Or is it wrong to have sex with your partner when she sleeps?
Hell
That's
yeah.
something that you have to have express permission for. So, like for me, as long as we're good before we go to bed, wake me up any way you want to. But
See,
if
see,
you
yeah,
got
kiss on her.
issues,
She'll respond.
see. You
If
see
we
how
got,
thin
if
that
still
line
on,
Rock,
is,
kiss on
though?
her.
rock,
See what
don't
her
wake,
action will
rock,
be.
rock.
don't
Let
wake
me
me
let
up.
me let me let me clarify.
No.
Most women, if you go down there with your tongue, they not gonna refuse it. But if you try to just ram it up in there while they sleep, they probably gonna be a little upset.
No, Rock
There
probably
you go,
slapped me
right there.
on her nose or something. Wake your ass up.
Hold on. See, first of all, Rock eat buffet. Okay, I don't never enter. Right?
He said
I
he
don't.
cleaned his plate
I
first.
don't never go put the letter in the mailbox without licking it and sealing it first. Okay.
I didn't say
Oh,
that, Rock.
Mm.
I said you probably
oh,
hit her ass
Oh
over the
wow.
nose with your dick. Be like, hey, wake your ass up.
Hey
That's
man,
right.
Miss Betty said it depends on the person. She don't mind being woke up from her sleep.
that's a thin line,
I
though.
definitely.
It's a thin line.
It is a
well, you
very
gotta
thin
know
line.
what you gotta know who you with. What
I've
kind of
been
partner you
woken up
got?
unpleasantly. I have been
But
woken up
I
Christy,
unpleasantly.
only asked that because Sierra said she'll go to sleep, and I was like, "Shit, go to sleep." That means I ain't got to worry about your mouth. Like you talking shit, I can get it. You probably wouldn't even know. I'm gonna go real slow.
Why come I
Christy,
haven't
That
seen
ain't
Christy
no
said
Suave
touch
I'm
us.
face?
wrong.
Time
That's
out.
because it's
Suave, where's
23
your
Christy
face
said
at?
You said what?
just touch her, she'll wake up.
Suave, where are you? Where your face?
I'm in the car. I'm driving right now. That's why y'all can't see my face.
Oh,
Yeah.
Swab over there acting bad. Don't believe that shit. He parked an hour ago.
Well, Betty,
oh.
I'm sorry. Some people don't know. I Miss Betty, I'm sorry. Some people don't know their way orally down there. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm just telling them most women ain't gonna argue if you do know what the fuck you're doing
I'm
orally to
telling
start
you.
down there to waking their ass up.
Nah, hold on, now, Miss Betty. Now you in the age group where everybody dealing with, unless you're dealing with some young boys that you bribing the predator, they should know what they're doing. They should know their way around your pearl. I'm gonna say it that way.
Hey, you know
Yeah,
what I was thinking
exactly.
about doing? Won't we get some? I'm gonna find me some single guys and put on here, and the ones that's looking for a relationship. We ought to do a little game. I even pay for the dinner for them to go out. Whoever. For example, say we get Monique or
Monique,
whatever, and
is
get
that
3
that's
single
gonna
guys.
be our first contender?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go look for some
Actually,
guys.
y'all,
And first,
I
we need to
want to
ask Monique some
do a
questions.
speed. We need to do a
Go ahead.
speed date night. We need to do a speed date night.
We'll do
Let's
that
do
at
one on the. Let's do one on Zoom first, then do that.
A what?
That'll be fun.
when I get done.
A
So
what?
we need to ask Monique some questions on what kind of guys that she like and what she's looking for. If she's still on, maybe she can answer that. That's gonna be our goal.
Damn, Sierra said she's not the time to say no any way and any time.
Okay,
Well,
Janet. Miss Jackson, she
everything
asked.
anyway, so I already knew that.
Patrick, get your ass on. You done. You out of there.
Get in the corner. Just go sit in the
Get
corner.
out. Get in the corner. You out
Put
of
your
Damn,
there.
what
keyboard down.
what Pat
My
did I
my
do?
my, my, my brother
Monique, are
say
you
he
still
strip.
on?
My brother say he strip at the nursing home. His stage name is Fish Grease.
It's great.
Get your
Monique, are
ass.
you still on?
Yeah, she's still there.
Monique, I need some
Monique's still on
information
here
from you.
somewhere.
What kind of guy are you looking for? What are you? What's your type?
You looking at him.
Thomas.
I'm done.
Ask
It was
Thomas
nice.
what
We
he
are
is.
at an hour and 52 minutes. So for the last 2 minutes, everybody give some advice, a word of encouragement, something to build up, because we got to go. They starting to act up in here.
Yeah, we're getting ready to leave out of here. For real. It's time for we're closing on 2 hours. As we get ready to leave, Mr. Arbor, I'll let you start off, man. What do you have to say about this topic as we get ready to leave? And to everybody out there that might be going through something with this.
One, if you are dealing with something like this, you are not alone. It happens to more people than you think. But have conversations. Have conversations. Express what you do and don't want so that it can be clearly understood. And always have a safe word. Safe words are not just for people who like to be tied up. They understand when you've reached your limit of needing to say no, so they understand you're not joking.
I totally agree. Ava.
Um, I'm stuck, man. I don't know.
Call gang stuff. I don't know what they're doing.
Ava,
What can I say?
I can't.
Women,
I just heard you give 15
learn
minutes.
it. What you, women
Well,
learn how
push
to,
you. Go ahead,
women
Miss Ava.
learn the difference between what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. Learn your partner. Figure out what's the do's and the don'ts. If they don't know your do's and your don'ts, make sure they know. Tell them. I know you don't want to have this conversation sexually, but I need you to know that I don't like my anus touched. I need you to know what it is. Like, period. Just, yeah, learn your do's and don'ts. You're not alone in this because women go through this every single day, all day. In a marriage, you're married, you can be raped in a marriage. Man or woman can be raped at any given point. It's not a gender bias. It's more gender. It is gender bias when it comes to men being raped because most women wouldn't think that men would scream rape, but men do get raped. But other than that, yeah, love, peace, and happiness all day, every day.
Rock. What do you got to say about this topic out there to them people, man, in case they're in a situation where they don't want to have sex with their partner and they feel like it's unwanted? It might feel like rape sometimes. I mean, it's a hard subject, but it's real. You're on mute. I'm sorry, you're on mute.
You need to have the conversation. If you don't feel comfortable having a conversation with them one-on-one, find a mediator. You have to figure it out for the both of you guys, not just yourself, because if you don't want that person, you're being unfair to them by even staying with them, right? Allow both of y'all the chance to be happy by walking away.
Yeah. Ms. Bo Banks.
To have the uncomfortable conversations. If it's not worth having the conversation, you need to walk away.
And that's the hard part right there is when people don't want to have the conversation.
Yeah, walk away. Don't do that.
Knowing that Ms. Bo Banks.
Are
you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, yes, just to kind of piggyback what everybody else saying, communication. Sometimes you can be in a relationship you're not supposed to be in, and therefore it's not going in a way that it should go. So therefore, if you in a relationship that you weren't supposed to be in the first place, because in your mindset when you first got into that relationship, you felt like you can change that person, or that person felt like he can change you, and therefore now you got these other things happening. So you have to realize, am I supposed to be in this relationship? Because no matter what I do, everything falls apart. Be true to you. What's for you is for you. Make sure you communicate. Maybe your communication is off. And therefore, if you have to kind of talk in third person or even play a game, I find out when you play not a game for as playing with their mind, but a game for as asking questions to get your answer. To get a feel of what how the way they feel, because sometimes some subjects are so hard to have to where it's hard to give an honest answer, because that person may feel like if I tell her this or tell him that, it will crush him. So sometimes you have to find a creative way of getting your answer. But understand this: you have to make sure if this relationship are you supposed to be in this relationship? because it may not be for you.
Suave,
Amen.
you there? Suave,
Yeah, I'm here. What's
can
up?
y'all hear me?
Yeah, I
Suave,
can hear
are you there, Suave?
you. Yeah, I'm here.
All right, man, we're trying to close out. What you got to say to the people?
Man, mostly to the man, just talking to him, man. We're having this conversation, man. We gotta be expressly clear about one thing. There is no contract, there is no agreement that gives you full and unlimited access to a woman's body. I'm gonna repeat that one more time. There is no contract, there is no agreement, there is no type of bond that gives you full access to a woman's body, whether she wants it or not. So when it comes down to this conversation, whether y'all are married, been in a relationship for 15 years, lived together your whole lives, I don't care. There's no situation where a woman doesn't want to have sex and where you force the issue where it's okay. Everything should always be by choice and never by force. And here's the thing, fellas. It's plenty of women out here, and sex is too easy to come by to be out here doing it. So if you are with somebody and they don't want to have sex with you, it may be worth a conversation to find out why. If you're not satisfied, but why do you shake this spot, bro? Chances are you probably already doing your thing on the side anyway, so just don't do it full time, man. It ain't no sense in getting a charge that's gonna follow you the rest of your life. Once you got arrested,
Oh, amen. Come on.
that shit don't go nowhere. You a sex offender for
Right.
life.
Right. Good one.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So yeah, man.
y'all heard it. I mean, as we get ready to leave, man, we thank y'all for tuning in, man. Again, man, we ask y'all to share our podcast, man. Continue to share it many times that you possibly can. The only thing I can say to y'all is, man, know your mate, and don't be afraid to talk to your mate.
Right.
If they're your mate, y'all should be able to have these conversations. These conversations need to be had. I mean, if there's women out here or men that are feeling that they're having unwanted sex and is feeling like it's rape or is getting to that point, then these conversations need to be had in your relationship. If it's not because somebody's physically abusing you and making you do it, and you're doing it just because you're married to them, but you really don't want to, y'all need to be having conversations. Something there is making you not want to, and something there needs to be fixed. So again, we need more communications. If there's women out here that's feeling this way, again, we don't knock it, and we don't feel like no woman should be put in that situation, or man should be put in that situation, be taken advantage of sexually, mentally, physically, or anything. But if you're in that situation, step back, look at it, evaluate the situation. If y'all can't communicate, this might be time for y'all to get off that boat. I'm just being honest. It's not healthy. Other than that, y'all, man, we thank y'all for tuning in, man. We'll see y'all on Tuesday.